Hello guys, I wanted to come here and make a video for you guys sharing my 2 productivity hacks that I use during my game development journey. And those 2 are rest and recovery and strategic use of caffeine. And here's what I mean by that. So this is not something you'll probably hear from a typical self-development YouTube video. And I'll illustrate what I mean over here. So every day, I wake up and I work for about 3 hours. 3 hours. And that's because, well, I can work it for actually up to, where's my mouse there? Up to 4 hours, because usually we would have 4 hours of maximum willpower in our brains, I guess. And so your willpower will technically deplete over time. So you'll have like 4 hours of maximum productivity, you can say. And then what I would do after that is I would eat lunch, and then I would go in sometimes I don't try to, I try to push myself to have more hours to actually work on the game. So instead I would go to, so sometimes I would go nap. And this is not to be lazy or anything. This is actually because I've noticed that you're just resting your brain to gain back some willpower. And then I bounce back all the way to around 4 p.m. And then I go back to work. And I go back to work for about another 2 hours until 6 p.m. And then I would have dinner again. And then back to work until all the way to 9. So then that means I've worked for roughly, let's see, that's 4 plus 2, that's 6, and plus 2, that's 8. 8 hours on working on the game, technically speaking. Yeah, and this is very important to know because it's very difficult to have like maximum creativity if your brain is not working at its peak. And then there's the second thing that I do for to be productive, which is strategic use of caffeine. And I don't do this usually. I only do it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays when I go out with my programmer, my brother. We just go get an ice cap. Yeah, but we do it specifically in the middle of the day. The middle of the day. This is an amazing illustration, by the way. Middle of day, yes. And that's because I actually realized that that I will. Where's my mouse? There we go. I noticed that after my 4 hours of work, I will of course lose my willpower again. But I noticed that I'll be able to gain actually a lot of energy back too. Instead of like napping, I'll just keep working. And then I know that I'm going to go get an ice cap. And then that will boost my energy with like the caffeine use again. And then I'll have my energy back later on, and then I'll be able to work fully and with a lot of creativity on my game for the rest of the day. Yeah, and these things, it took me a while to actually understand, and sometimes I would skip the nap anyways. So I do in my bad days too. But yeah, I hope this helps you guys too in your game dev journey and in life. Thanks for watching.